I mean, just think about how lucky you are. You flip your guitar over. If you play a righty guitar, you're not going to be able to do shit on it.
Yeah.
And that's how a guitar feels to most people in the world. And for us, our guitar is like our little snuggle buddy.
Yeah, we're there.
And we're
with
lucky
it.
enough to, and you know, it takes a lot of work and a lot of grind, but it's like, how lucky are we that we even have the aptitude to chase after something like this? And so
Absolutely, man.
that's where like the enjoyment that I get from that. I'm like, you know, even if someone isn't walking away and they're like, oh, this song changed my life. Like if we could just have one night in their life where they had a beautiful experience with their friends and like that, the fact that we get to do that, I often try to rationalize the music. I think a lot. I know I've mentioned it 3 times. I feel weird about it, but I'm like, I think a lot about ego and the way that ego, and the relationship between like ego and the self affects the songwriting process and the way that we interact with other musicians and other things. And you know, a huge part of the songwriting process is tapping into yourself or your subconscious and kind of quieting the ego and that planning mindset, that type A kind of thing in your head, and letting your subconscious lead you. And it's like, if this is something that's not my effort, it's not my like actions, it's something that I have to tap into this like almost magical, mystical thing, then why could I take any credit for that? As a like I'm more of a vessel than I am
a delivery man, kind of.
Yeah, and you know, like I can be proud of putting in the time and the process to do it, but
you still got to reach out there and grab it. You know
yeah, you can't just sit and like.
Yeah, it's not just gonna do itself, you know.
But
that's a very good way to put it, by the way.
Any time we do a big show or something, I always try to ground myself, and I think the biggest ego killer is gratitude, more than any sort of self detriment, like, oh, that wasn't, you know, everybody look at everybody else, they're playing bigger show, like instead of trying, that's not gonna kill anything, but you can kill your ego if you think of every single person who was in your room and you're like, they could have gone and played video games and smoked weed, or they could have gone to that other bar, they could have done, and they were kind enough to join us and have an experience with us,
and counting your blessings, kind of, you know.
Absolutely.
And you do that before shows, you're saying, like, just to kind of keep some, you know.
I try to. I don't have any sort of like set gratitude. Like I know people wake up and they write down things that they're grateful for and things, but I think just keeping that on the back burner or the back burner is key.
I think so too, man. Because it's so easy to get caught up in all the little shit, and I find myself caught up in it a lot. Like little shit goes wrong, set times go wrong, something goes wrong, no lights, you show up to a place that's no stage, stuff like that. It's like really easy to get pissed off. Like somebody trips over the barrier and knocks something over. It's like you can really get caught up in it. It's like, bro, people came to see us. You know
I hate that. Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like you're playing somewhere, you're playing loose change.
I totally
people are spilling shit. You know what I mean? It's like
I have nightmares where we play a Roadhouse type bar. I love playing Roadhouse. I absolutely. This has not been a problem there. There have been other bars where this is a problem, but like, that's just the setting that my brain picked. But like, I have a reoccurring dream where we finish our set and I get off stage and all of these frat guys run on stage and start destroying all of our gear and like
nice gear,
picking up my guitars and throwing them at each other and stuff. And I run back on stage. And I'm like, stop. And then they won't. And I wake up in like a cold sweat. I'm
sweating.
Like, so I'm like,
damn, that might be something
we might need some. Oh, dude, the therapy is going strong. Shout out, Mike.
Some sort of internal battle you got going on there.
But yeah, I'm just like, I think the internal battle is that we need barricades at our spring parties this year. We cannot wait to party with the good people of Athens, Georgia, but we will be a little bit barricaded, and
of course, fair enough.
We will come up to that barricade and say hello.
We'll get real close.
Yeah,
but let's stay on the other
side.
Yeah,
you know.